Losing a pet is like losing a piece of your heart. If you're struggling with grief, you're not alone. At mydogdied.com, we understand the pain and are here to support you. Visit us today and find comfort, guidance, and a community that cares. We received a letter from someone who has lost their pet and have allowed us to share their story so that it will help other listeners deal with the loss of their pet. Remember, if you like this video, please support us with a like, subscribe, and share. Hello again, friends. I'm Don Barnes, and this is mydogdied.com, where we read letters from those who have loved and lost their dogs, and where we hold space for healing, remembrance, and reflection. Today, I'm reading a letter from Charlotte, a 58-year-old from Fort Bragg, California. Charlotte recently lost her precious dog, Frankie, a 9-year-old Pomeranian, and her words are full of the kind of beauty and sorrow that only love can leave behind. Dear Don, I never imagined something as small as a grape could change my life forever. Frankie was my little heartbeat, a puff of caramel-colored fluff with a lion's mane and eyes that always seemed to know what kind of day I was having. He wasn't just a dog. He was my morning alarm, my afternoon shadow, and my nightly shoulder companion while I watched old movies. He had this hilarious pose he'd strike anytime I pulled out my phone. It started one afternoon when I was taking pictures of garden statues. Frankie sat beside one, this chubby cherub holding a bird bath, and mimicked it. It was uncanny. From that day forward, if I said, "Statue time," he'd sit upright, lift one paw, and hold perfectly still, waiting for his selfie. It became our thing. Friends on Facebook couldn't get enough. I didn't know grapes were toxic to dogs. I keep reliving that moment. I was prepping a little snack plate, and a few grapes rolled off the cutting board. Frankie, always the little opportunist, snatched one before I could stop him. Just one. One single grape. By the next morning, he was lethargic. I rushed him to the vet. They tried everything, but his kidneys had already begun to shut down. He was gone by nightfall. 9 years of joy undone in less than 24 hours. I haven't forgiven myself. I found mydogdied.com late one night when I couldn't sleep, searching for someone, anyone, who understood this hollow ache. I read a story you posted, Don, about another dog lost too soon and how the love we carry keeps them close. That story saved me. I read every word like it was water. And then I cried, harder than I had in days, because I didn't feel alone anymore. Writing to you felt like the only way I could honor Frankie's memory. He was full of personality. He pranced more than he walked, barked like a cartoon character, and would fall asleep with his tongue just barely peeking out. The house feels still now. Not quiet, still, like time forgot to keep moving. Thank you for reading my letter. Thank you for giving people like me a place to grieve without judgment. With love, Charlotte. Oh, Charlotte, thank you for trusting us with your heart. It's hard to wrap your mind around how something so small, a grape, can unravel a whole world of joy. But you're not alone in that pain. Not here. I know so many of our listeners are nodding through their tears because they've felt the same weight, the same guilt, the same sudden stillness that follows a loss like this. What stands out most to me is that statue pose. What a bright, funny little soul Frankie must have been. And what a gift he gave you. Not just laughter, but presence. Dogs do that. They pull us into the moment, into joy, into connection, into love. Charlotte, I want you to know something. You didn't fail him. You loved him. You gave him a life filled with routine, selfies, snacks, and sunshine. And when it mattered most, you held his paw until the very end. That's what love looks like. That's what it means to be a guardian of a soul. And Frankie, he'll always be part of you. Every time the light catches your phone just right. Every time you glance at that garden statue. Every time you smile through the tears. He's there. And so are we. Until next time, friends, hold your dogs close. And if your dog has passed, hold their memory even closer. With love, Don.
Your love for your pet never fades, and neither should your support. If you're grieving, don't go through it alone. Visit mydogdied.com or call us at 8559252658 and connect with those who truly understand. Healing starts here. Remember, if you like this video, please support us with a like, subscribe, and share. If you have a story that you would like to tell us, your dog stories at mydogdied.com, at gmail.com.